How's it going, everyone? I have a lot to unpack this week, and it's such a simple question, right? Like, introduce yourself in the context of your leadership. What are your leadership goals? These are simple things, but when you really dive into them, they can become complicated. Like, for me, I work two different jobs, and I'm a different style of leader in both jobs. And then you think about leadership goals. Well, you should have your personal goals because on page 162, it says that each leader is responsible for his or her own growth. And then you should also have team goals because if leadership is influence, you should also be able to measure your leadership with your team. And one thing I like to think about with goals is if I have a defined goal, I'd like to find a way to measure it. And that way you can see if we're getting closer. That's something I'll talk about more in the discussion post after this. Now, we're going to dive into job number one. I'm a supervisor at Jasco Products. My leadership goals, I want to continue to grow in like communication and influence and learn new tools with Excel, but really I want to grow into a manager position. I feel the managers get to make like all the high risk decisions. That's exciting to me. I want to have the high risk job. And then whenever they make those decisions, it's up to the supervisors and team leads to take their vision and cast it along the company. And then if everyone shares the same vision, we go in the same direction. So I'm in that supervisor role now where I'm helping cast someone else's vision where I'm like, God, I really want that to be my vision one day. So that's my goal, to grow to that. Now, thinking about my team, I have 11 people. And I do know that they all have their individual goals and their professional goals. But the way I like to think about the goals for my team is I want my team members to get promoted. Like if I have 11 team members, like last year we had 3 out of our 11 team members were promoted to team lead positions. That's amazing. That's what 100X is all about. You're going to lead others to become leaders themselves. So I want to see that to continue. That's my goal for next year, is to have more of my team members, at least 2 of my team members, grow and get promoted into leadership positions. And I think that would kind of make me feel successful as a leader. So jumping out of the corporate world, we're leaving Jasco, we're going to the crazy world of trail running. Now, personal leadership goals, I want to finish 100 different 100 milers. I know that sounds like a personal goal, but it is tied with leadership because I'm really working on growing my gratitude and empathy. I feel the most gratitude and empathy after finishing a 100-mile race because I'm just so physically and mentally exhausted. All I can do is just be grateful. And so if I grow after finishing one 100-mile race, what kind of person would I be when I finish 100? So I usually do like 7 to 8 a year. And I've finished 15, and I have one this weekend in Ottawa, Kansas, so I'm trying to upload this before that race. Now, thinking of that's personal goals is to complete those and challenge myself through those. Now, thinking of my influence goals, it's so much different because as a supervisor, I have one-on-one, but taking over these race company platforms for the Outlaw 100 race series, I make a post and it gets out to thousands of people. So I am speaking to thousands of people and maybe like 3 or 4 will talk back to me. So it's kind of hard to get the feedback. And I measure my success because, again, with goals, you want something to measure. I measure my success with how many people sign up for these races, how many people are getting outside of their comfort zones and trying new things based on the influence of the videos and the content that I produce. So it's a very rewarding job, but sometimes it may feel like you really don't know how well you're doing until race day comes and you see so many people and so many people that you've never met before coming up to you thanking you for the content you produce. So it's both jobs are extremely rewarding but so different when it comes to leadership and influence. So that's what I got for this week, and look at that. I'm under 4 minutes, just as I planned, and I'm excited to keep learning from you, taking things I learned from your videos and putting them into practice within the leadership at Jasco and the leadership with my influence with running these race companies on social media. Thank you.